There's a lot to unpack in this one today. 2026 is going to reveal to us that there are really two realities. And when you're navigating this year, you're really going to want to apply all the things that I'm going to be teaching you in today's lesson. You might feel very exhausted. It's because you made it. It's not a bad thing. Last year, you had to put on the finishing touches for what you're going to become, who you're going to be, your identity. Throughout today's lesson and going forward through all the lessons that we have here on this channel, you're going to be focusing on this one word, embodiment, which is the I am presence. It's the only thing that exists, actually, in the reality for you. You know, I've been on quite the journey, and everything that I've really have observed, because that's what we do, I observed and witnessed these things, we could see that there are two realities. And, you know, it might not be like just a physical location, but if you pay attention to today's lesson, you're going to know how to navigate. Hey, there's two realities out there. How do I not get in the wrong one this year and moving forward? Don't go anywhere. You'll find out. This year, this 1 year, is a new beginning. And out of the box, don't go anywhere. Oh, man. Wow, what an experience. Sometimes I have experiences and I say that am I being punked, right? I say to myself, am I being punked? Is this like, you know, like a big joke? And maybe you experience these things as well, but it's actually the quantum. You had to display your new true embodiment out of the box. So if you're getting this is the beginning of 2026. You must display your true and new embodiment to the universe. You're going to be tested. You're going to be tested out of the box. How do you navigate the quantum and what is really happening in this reality? You might say to yourself, Mr. D, do you have a world famous diagram to teach us today? Don't go anywhere. If you are, this is going to be great today. We have so many things. Who would have thought this would be so much fun? If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss the ascension journey and I make the lessons relevant for everyday life people. So we really do have a lot to discuss today. And sometimes, you know, when we think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, we don't really say have a physical thing. You know, as you know, a scientist like myself, sometimes we want to have something that we can really sink our teeth into, right? The meat and potatoes. So I have this diagram today, right, to show the world what this consciousness, what this feels like, what you're going to be put up against. You'll be put up against it if you are fighting against it in 2026. You will rocket launch rockets away. Oh my God. Oh, if you're going with it. Did you do the work in 2025? Did you do the work? I don't know the answer. You do. So we're live. I'm so grateful. If you could put a like on this video right now, it allows others to get this message. It'll be helpful for other people. Thank you for that. Thank you for everyone that became a channel member in the past few days. I am so grateful for that. All right. Take the Our Everyday Lives challenge, show up every day for 3 months and see where you are. You might be on a brand new timeline in a brand new reality. So many people say, you know, I'm tired of looping the same life. So if that resonates with you, you came to the right channel today. I'm so sick and tired of looping the same reality. So I'm going to teach you how to fix it. And when you actually have the firsthand experience and the lifelong evidence of these things that are repeatable, that is the answer. There are immutable truths that work all the time. Some of them are not easy. But this is where we are. 2026 splits the two realities. You might be feeling exhausted right now. Is that you? I slept most of the day. Oh, yesterday there was a lot of sleeping, right? And you're anchoring in the new frequency. You had to do a lot of inner work. When you change your inner frequency, which is also, it's so important, which people disregard. I've been, coaching up my gym buddies. You got to really focus on your nervous system. For those that are into spiritual awakening, or you're studying, you're expanding your consciousness, you have to understand the subconscious. And when the subconscious changes, it's actually more exhausting than lifting all that weight in the gym. The I am doesn't change. Everything else in the world does. Ooh. Your I am presence never changes. It's who you are. You could pretend to be something else, but you always will be that I am presence. In this year, right out of the box, I am the living embodiment of this. It is going to start fast. It is going to get you to turn back. The fears, the everything you're saying, is this even a joke? Everything is going to mount up. So seriously, you really want to listen to this? Everything is going to pile up out of the box this year. And the reason for this is so that you could display your new and true embodiment. If you are the embodiment of certain things, right? So the universe, I know this is a paradox. It's a paradox. I thought I was doing all the great things. So you have to be tested. Why got to be tested for? Because you have to sustain the frequency. Anyone could do like a quick fix or but if you are going for permanent change, you will be tested out of the box. Everything will mount up to get you to turn back. I have to go back to the previous reality. For those that are listening to this message, please keep in mind there are two realities. Do not turn back. Everyone's writing it in the comments today. Do not turn back. Relax. You're already here. I wanted to relax yesterday. It's true. I just wanted to relax. I had it all planned out. Yeah. So when you consume my content, you have to consume it daily. So I put up a powerful video yesterday, and I could tell from the comments that some people, if you watch daily, you're not really grasping what I posted. So if you're hearing this today, you go back and watch yesterday's lesson. All right. So as I do all these things, I didn't care for me, because we have to operate. If we're part of society, if we're part of the world, this is 2026. However, New Year's is irrelevant to me. Do you understand it now? Your Uncle Mike was not focused on, I need to pacify myself with a fake maybe girl or something that's not part of my life, just to pacify myself because it's a fake holiday. Right? I just hung out with my family. I got ready. I got up early in the dark of night, and I set off. I set a sail on New Year's. Okay? You document this. So this is how you have to live your everyday life. I don't stop. I don't sulk. I got to get up. All right? And I got to move forward, because I know as I'm teaching people, this is the horses are racing right now. The horses are up and running. The chat's blowing up. Smash the like button if you resonate with this. So I have to get up. I don't have to sit around. I didn't have to drink alcohol all night. I didn't have to do these things. I had to get up, and I had to move forward with life, because the horses are racing right now. The horses are blowing up in the chat right now. So this is the embodiment. So I know I need to move. Got to get going. And right out of the box, this test, eventually one day, I'm like, is this the Truman Show? This is what I said. One day, the white squall will come for you. So there I was. I'm sitting in the airport, and I have my I was like, you know what? I'm going to film a little motivational talk, and I was going to like put it up, and I'm getting ready, and I still have like time before the flight, and all of a sudden I look out the window. I see it's snowing. It wasn't supposed to snow. And then all of a sudden, blizzard conditions, right? Everyone's getting up, panicking. Everyone's filming, right? I filmed a little bit. There'll be some behind the scenes posts on Patreon for our Patreon community. I said, hey, oh my God, what is going on? Now the panic is starting to rise, right? So I'm going to give you real life evidence, right? Why your nervous system, if you want to be successful in life, or the more that you produce, your nervous system has to be calm. And that's why when you're looking at the world, maybe you understand the backwardness of the news. The news tries to keep you in that trauma response all day long, right? So that's why moving forward through 2026, you want to not pay attention to sources that trigger you and get you into a trauma response, because then you can't get any work done. Then all of a sudden, all the blood flow goes to a different part of your brain. So now you can't create. When you're in a trauma response, you can't create. When you're in a trauma response, you can't actually get into a quality relationship, right? So this is the important science that you need going into 2026. And I actually I'm just using this little tidbit because I go through these things myself. According to our life experiences. Those that have been part of the channel for years, that you remember a time when I got stranded in the airport. So I had a trauma response. So all of a sudden, there's the white squall. I have no clue. I don't know when it's going to end. They say it's going to end. It's not ending. It's getting worse. Okay, everything, the snow is blowing around, so on and so forth, right? I say, am I in the Truman Show, right? I got to get out of here. I never said, no, this doesn't happen to anyone else, right? Just like the first time something weird happened, okay? Here it goes. Here goes the white squall. So that work, right? All of a sudden, I'm in a trauma response. Now I got to think. What if I'm here for hours? What if I'm stuck here for the day? Right? So I'm using this as a teaching tool. Whenever we get into a trauma response, or whenever your nervous system goes into fight or flight, you can't create. So that aspect, now I have to focus on what are the next steps. So the blood goes to a different part of the brain. Maybe when you have an abundance, that's why we have to focus on abundance. You have to have abundance. 888, hit 888. Abundance in 2026. You have to have more than enough. More than enough. So anyway, it stopped. There was delays. I get out, come back. I get my headache because maybe you're like me. You're very sensitive to the travel. Like some people love to travel all the time. It's not a fun experience for me. It's not a fun. It's all these things, right? I'm a person, my body operates differently, right? I'm sure there's people in the chat that resonate with this. Anyway, I always get the massive headache every time I travel. It's not like it's got to be done, got to do it, got to get it done. All right. So I come back, wind up catching an Uber, have a great conversation with the Uber driver. And there were so many things that had to happen for me to get in his Uber and have the conversation. Maybe he's watching right now. What's up, brother? Okay, I'm real. See? So there's so many, this is the quantum. So many things, and I was telling him as I'm in the car and I'm having this conversation, and at the end of the drive, we're like-minded people. And something actually happened where I had to get like the first driver that was going to get me, it canceled, and then he wound up showing up. So this is an example of the quantum. So that all these delays, all these things, you say, why is this happening? Okay, in any aspect of life, you must cross what is called the bridge of incidents. It's a real thing. So a lot of times, and it's very stressful while you're in it. You got to feel it. You go on a roller coaster ride, you go, whee, you go down a roller coaster, right? Feel it in your stomach, right? You have to cross the bridge of incidents sometimes. So all these little things, they pile up, all right? As we go into abundance, you might all of a sudden you get bills right out of the blue, right off the cuff. You can't turn back, can't panic about it. All right, all of a sudden I'm getting bills going up. I talked about this the other day, right? I take the pulse of society, talk to people, New York, New Jersey, Florida, water bills through the roof. What's going on? I think everyone needs water. So those that are paying it, you have to understand, you have to understand, right, the paradoxalness of the reality if you want to shift, right? So that's something that actually can't be avoided, all right? Got to make more money now for the water bill. It's crazy, right? Those that we've had this conversation with. So all of these bills, all of these things, they are trying to get you to turn back. Go back to your former, go back to your small self. You'll never get the inner chat, right? Where the subconscious, get out, the old subconscious, get out of here, right? That's what you have to do, okay? That old subconscious chatter is trying to come, right? You're never going to get ahead, right? Or you're just going to stay the same. You're just going to stay the same. So you can't, you like that, right? You can't have the subconscious, and so I'm giving it to you now. So when you know it's coming, it's a lot easier, right? So once you know it's coming, it's a test. It's a test. The abundance is coming in, no matter what. Doesn't matter. And I'm here to tell you, there's a derangement syndrome in spirituality, right? Everyone that's getting this message today, so why do you need? You have to have abundance. You have to have. You could have billions of dollars. Okay, it doesn't come from a place of ego. It comes from a place of the nervous system. Let me say it again. Okay, save this video. Click like. Watch even the short. I'm rich. I'm rich. Okay. When you have an abundance, you have the abundance for your nervous system. Because the money is the currency, it's all about your safety. So if you have millions of dollars, I'm using this as a real life evidence, okay? Millions of dollars, right? So now you have 10 times the wealth that you have. Listen carefully to the example. And now the water bill goes up. You have so much wealth, it doesn't really throw your nervous system off. You want to go to the supermarket. There goes the eggs. The eggs are through the roof, right? And we got to get the quality eggs, right? Because we got to eat healthy, not the low bargain eggs. You got to get the quality eggs. Now there's $6 a dozen. Keeps going up. You have an abundance. The price of the eggs doesn't throw you off. You could still continue to move forward. So this is how we have to think. When you move forward in life, because a lot of people, you will be receiving abundance in 2026. If you didn't learn how to receive, you watch my video back from July of this year, right? You see how I'm sharp and I can remember everything I do? This is how you have to have a more conscious, you have to be focused in 2026. These are the things that you have to do. You need to empty yourself out. I emptied myself out yesterday. And you have to do it without ego. I emptied myself out yesterday. Got to empty yourself out. On my journey, I practice intermittent fasting, but yesterday I fasted past sunset into the evening, did full fast. Full fast yesterday, did the double F, the full fast, okay? I did the full fast yesterday. And, even, from my mindset and my lifestyle, a lot of people that go to the gym, they're worried about like losing muscle mass or something like that. All right. Sometimes you got to do the full fast, bro. Sometimes your ascension goes first before your body, bro. Right? Anyone that's resonating, please, you got to get it through your brain. So I did full fast yesterday. And when I was enjoying that sunset, I said, my God, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm sitting there, standing on the beach. I said, this is what I accomplished. And sometimes in life, we have to put ourselves back. We have to put ourselves back onto the other timeline to feel the difference. I've been sharing this for years. God works with compare and contrast. When I took the light of Christ in last night in the evening sunset, the body was empty because I fasted. And this is how an everyday life person, I kind of paired all these things too, because I get nervous when I get nervous when I have to take the flights anyway. It's more or less, there's so many, it's like overwhelming. There's all these things you have to remember. There's all these things. You gotta pay for the Uber. You gotta get there on time. You gotta go through the thing, right? All this other stuff. So it's just overwhelming. And maybe you're a person like me where it's overwhelming. So I'm nervous anyway. So what I do, right? And I know the importance of the day, right? And I'm utilizing this to teach everyday life people. I don't care about the fake holiday. I got to focus on my ascension. I got to move forward. You got to go. You got to pay the bills. You can't turn around. You got the white squall. You got to say I can't go back. You got to move through it. You got to push through it. You got to keep going. Then you're fasting. Then you're fasting all the way through the day. You don't care. You don't care, bro. You don't care what the girls have to say about you. Right? If you're a girl, you don't care about what the guys have to say about you. You got to focus. You got to focus. And when you focus, 2026, you're on the new timeline. And the only way is you got to have that real life evidence, and you have to work with compare and contrast. You got to work with compare and contrast. So there are a lot of things that I've learned through firsthand experience from actually putting myself, respect to you, Carla Connects, respect. Respect is the new currency. I told you. Respect is the new currency. Okay? And moving forward, you have to, again, and that's going to be, I'm going to connect this entire lesson. I know we have a lot to unpack today, so this is a lot of stuff here. In this world, there are two realities. There are two timelines. Some people like to even use the term as above, so below. You're getting this, and you could say to yourself, well, this sounds a little crazy to me, that there's actually a blend of many different realities, but the way that I like to also, I got to make that a diagram too. Some people are rising and some people are falling. And the bandwidths, they're going wider and the bandwidths, ready? The bandwidths, because you don't live in a world, you live in a band of frequencies. They're getting wider and wider. And I put myself through these things. I'm in Earth School. I'm leading millions of people. How do you do this? You have to go on, you have to have the boots on the ground. That's why I've said it many times when I'm out on the front line. The high commander is on the ground. It's real nice and easy to be an angel. Ooh, I'm floating up in a different dimension. But when you're actually walking this earth amongst the people, it's a different feeling. It's different when you're on the ground. It's different when you talk to your brothers and sisters. It's different when you actually feel. And this is the only way that you have the real evidence, is to actually feel. I appreciate that. Okay? There are different timelines. There are different realities. There are different realities. Different locations are actually operating. Now really focus on this right now for 2026. There are different locations in the world that are operating on a different timeline. The actual location. Along with that, there are people, regardless of where they are, there are people that are operating on a different frequency. They are on a different timeline. They are in a totally different world, bro. These people are on a totally different timeline, sis. And the only way that you can is if you actually observe it. Be the observer. Be the observer. Be the witness. Do you get it? Be the observer. Be the witness. So as I observe, I witness these things, I'm able to, because I decalcified my pineal gland. The third eye is functioning. Some people are calcified. Right? When you're witnessing, when you're having a more conscious experience, you will then be able to see and witness. Then you have the answers. There are different locations in this world. Like some people, the world's, it's gloom and doom. And there is a world that is going to end. And another world that's going to rise. And it's you, the person that's getting the message. Am I on your screen? Ooh, I'm on your screen, right? So I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, sis. It's your problem if your world crashes and burns. Heck, we burnt that world to the ground. I survived the blast. It was hard though. I made it. Right? Then you got to heal. Okay? If you never watched my world famous video, it gets views all the time. Some people regard it as the greatest 12 minutes on YouTube. This is the end of the world. Watch it. You have every answer. I shared it, I believe, last night as a post. Okay? Different locations, different people, different frequencies. How do you navigate the quantum? What we are literally experiencing, that's why it's hard. It's hard. My 7-year-ago self, when I came out on YouTube, and I said, hello, I did my thing. I did the thing by the bush, right? I used my first YouTube video as a teaching tool now, okay? I would not grasp this concept. I'm giving you the truth. So when you go through this process, you're becoming a greater and more higher version of yourself. And your responsibility, my own responsibility, was to only defeat the previous version of myself. I don't care what anyone else does, this person, that person. I'm only focused on beating me. The previous high, and this is our journey. Okay, because what happens in the world, there's a lot of egotistic people, a lot of narcissistic people. Do you know them? Do you see them? And they're worried about everyone else, but they're not worried about yourself. If you hear this message today, in 2026, you better focus on yourself. You better be focused on making yourself better and stop worrying about what other people do. The people that do that, they're weak people. They're weak people. You got to be strong. You got to be the lion, and you got to be focused on yourself. And in 2026, you're ready to do better than you did in the previous version of yourself. I left all these answers for you. Okay, so if it resonates, you're going to click subscribe, and and the videos are waiting for you. Go to the channel page, go to videos, watch the top 25 of 25 playlist. It's for you. It's waiting for you. And I'm here to tell you this. It is 100% truthful. There's two frequencies for you. You must totally eradicate and eviscerate the previous version of yourself's frequency. And if that sounds interesting to you, then watch all the videos. I did a few of them last year. Because that frequency, there he goes again. Get out of here, right? There he goes. It's the chatter. Oh, you better turn around. You better go back, right? You better go back, right? You better go back, right? Get out of here. So it's in your brain, girl. It's in your brain. This heart has got to override the brain. Let me say it again. This heart, the Sacred Heart, remember when they depict Jesus Christ this Sacred Heart has got to overcome this brain with subconscious programs. Got to do it. We are going through a quantum shift of consciousness. How do we navigate the quantum? Number one, we have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, just like Nikola Tesla taught us years ago. We have to understand that our nervous system is the main factor of the frequency that we're broadcasting into the quantum, and then the reality that we're experiencing is a reflection of that frequency. It's always you, okay? You like that, right, Chris? 777, the rewards are here. I'm grateful for everyone that just stumbled in. Please, can you put a like on this video right now? I appreciate that. So it's a live stream. Some people that don't get when it's a live podcast, it's different than a pre-recorded. I'm live right now, bro, okay? Okay, I appreciate if you click like. Your nervous system is going to dictate this reality. Your subconscious is 95% the operating system. You got a computer, right? A lot of people, you restructured your, what about the computer in your body? What's the computer? What's the operating system of the body? It's called your subconscious. So when you are digesting the content that I'm creating and giving to the universe, right, and giving you all these answers here, you gotta really understand the nervous system reset that many of us went through in 2025. You have to realize the subconscious programs that were reinstalled in 2025, and then you start saying, "This is why I'm exhausted." You see how we went full circle? We went full circle in this video. Are you feeling exhausted right now? You feel exhausted because you did it. Because you did these things last year. There's so much energy that's involved. You're exhausted when your nervous system is reset. Your friends and family, the people that are numb to this, right? I talk to people, right, that are also going, your friends and family aren't going to get it. You're doing it, bro. They ain't doing it. You're doing it, sis. They ain't doing it. When your nervous system is totally reset, it's exhausting. That means you actually did it, bro. When you're subconscious and you're changing all these programs, it's absolutely exhausting. It's more exhausting than lifting the weight, doing the cardio. It's more exhausting to reset the nervous system. It's more exhausting to clear the subconscious and reinstall these programs. It's more exhausting to do these things. If you are feeling exhausted, if you know, you could lie to me, you could lie to other people, but you can't lie to yourself when you're in the bed at night and your head hits the pillow. You know if you did this work. Fit Brit writes, bingo, it's the answer, okay? BJ Prickett writes, do it now, come on, do it now. You got to do it now. If you feel exhausted, it means you actually did it. And that's this paradox. There's many paradoxical things in the world. Why is it so exhausting? So here we are. We have a world famous diagram here. Please share today's video with the public. Okay, so we are going on the consciousness expansion ride. Okay, this is what it actually looks like. So a lot of people are saying, you're telling us all these things. Like how can I actually visually see what the heck is going on? Okay, here you go. All right, right. So, you like this, right? Okay. Consciousness. Okay. So maybe in the past, right, in the 1970s, right? Here's the 70s right here, and you're going about your everyday life, and you're just like, there's not much going on, right? There's the level of conscious. Go back to what did I just say? Subconscious programs being reset, nervous system being reset. You ever go on a treadmill? You ever climb the mountain? Okay, let's go back here. Okay. Here's the 70s. Da-na-na-na, right? Here goes the 80s, a little bit more. Here we go. Now we're in the 90s now. Now we're in 1990s. Remember the 90s were chill, right? Who was a kid in the 90s, right? Let's get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Woo, baby. Okay, here's the 90s. Here we go in the 90s now. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, here goes 2000s. The consciousness is starting to expand, and now we feel really uncomfortable. Holy shift. Holy shift. Oh, I have to go faster now. Okay, time, it feels like time is speeding up, but linear time is fake. It's about frequency. It's about expanding consciousness. Everyone loves, look at this right here. Smash the like button if you're learning. We're learning now. We're learning. Okay, here we go. Back on 2000s, okay? And now you see the red. Now you're sweating. You're really feeling uncomfortable. Okay, here goes 2010s. It's getting more uncomfortable. But now, during this time, you get in shape. You're getting in shape. What do you mean you're getting in shape? The time is speeding up. Okay? I think it just glitched. I just saw that on the, so just hit 5. I'm going to continue teaching. Just hit 555. Okay. I'm seeing glitching. Okay. But it's on a delay. So this is what I do when I'm live. I get so excited. I glitch the live stream. Okay. We're back on. I appreciate everyone supporting today's video. These are the things I have to overcome. Okay. We're going to go back now. Okay. So here we go. 2010, it got worse and worse, and then 2020 on, right? But what happened is you were in shape, so now we're skyrocketing, we're erupting. It's green means go. Everyone's writing go, 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 and here we go. And this is ascension. This is the consciousness expansion. This is what was going on. Here you are in the 70s. I know people that have been on this journey since 1970. Okay, maybe even before this, right? But we're just fitting it in a diagram, okay? There might be people that have been alive since the 1800s on this earth right now. Who knows? Okay, let's go back here. All right, here we go. Consciousness. Here we go. 1970s, 80s, 90s. Oh, now we're picking up. Now we're struggling. But during this time, we were working on our spiritual muscles. I kept saying the spiritual muscles, you got to get in shape. And here we go. Boom, 2020 happened. And now it's so steep. It's so steep. But if you were over here, right, that person could not run up the hill. It's impossible. So what has happened is you are doing the work. And now as we go through life, we could run up this hill while other people that did no work. Okay, that's why you got to do the work. I know some people get triggered by this, or you get triggered by me. You got to do better. How you going to run up here, right? So let's just, I could train people in the gym too, right? But it's more important to train you for your consciousness, right? How you going to run up this steep hill if you're still operating like on over there? You ever go hiking, right? Sometimes I hike these places, and some are like kind of flat, and some it's really steep. You go on a treadmill in the gym. There's the regular treadmill setting, and then you have the treadmill setting when it's going like straight up, and there's the heart pumping, and everything's pumping. This is what we're doing right now. You have to operate here. Green means go. We are going. We are ascending. We're not turning back. This is the life. This is what's been going on. Done with that one now. This is falling off again. What's up? Are we good? Okay. Got to get a new clip for the mic. So that's what we all kind of went through. It was I'm telling you, save this video. I know sometimes it comes up backwards because on the live stream YouTube records it like mirror. If anyone could show, if there's a way of fixing it, if anyone could write in the comments or connect on Facebook or Patreon and let me know if you know how to revert it to regular, let me know. But on Facebook, I will be posting this diagram, and then I connect it. So anyone that consumes this content and knows how I go forth with this throughout the platforms, you could grateful if you click subscribe. All you got to do is click subscribe here. You could give a follow on Facebook. I'm grateful if you connect there, and on Patreon. Okay, there's going to be some behind the scene posts and stuff for those that decide to support, or you could just download the app and some of these older videos that I connect. So I will post those for anyone. There's only so much that we could do, so I try to utilize all these platforms to get the information, and we go round robin. Sometimes we learn on a post. Sometimes we have to really digest. Those that really digest on the live streams, all right? And if you're new and it's really, you say, you know what, in 2026, I'm ready to do this this work. I'm ready to start living a new life. United Angels, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you for that. I'm very grateful. Okay? Thank you. So take the time, really break this video down. If you are feeling exhausted, how many people are feeling exhausted? I hope that your Uncle Mike explained to you why you're feeling exhausted. The more that you fight against it, it's going to totally exhaust you because it's your spirit, it's your soul. So in order for you to expand your consciousness, in order for you to reset your nervous system, in order for you to, have these new subconscious programs, that is your embodiment and your I am presence, and you're going to operate, that's your operating system. Think about your computer. When you clear out all these things, you've got to reinstall an operating system. Well, that's kind of what happened for us. In order for us to run up that very steep hill, in these years post-2020 is exponential changes. So that's why I get you in tip-top shape, because you cannot operate, and that's why you will leave people in the dust. Again, is this just a truthful channel for the ascension process? How can you run up that hill in 2026 if you're still operating on the old paradigm? You can't. So there's people that just can't go up the hill, and you're bolting up the hill. Deuce 2007, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. Gratitude, great energy. I'm grateful for you, and I appreciate that. Yeah, we have to have great energy, and I'm grateful for all of you to creating the positive feedback loop of energy. If the message resonates with you, you're sharing it. Click the like, appreciate that. Click subscribe if you haven't. There is, videos on the channel page. There is a link. I'll put it. It pops up at the end of the replay of the live stream. The top 25 videos of 25. You'll catch right up, and really focus. You have to know this. Okay, the greatest fight of your life. It's exhausting, bro. The greatest fight of your life, the hardest fight of your life, is with the previous version of yourself. It's the reality that you're in. And that's why we had to literally put an end to it. You had to put an end to that world. Not in the sense of the gloom and doomers out there. You had to put an end to the world, to the reality that you experience, because it's not your I am presence. You could only interact with a reality that is a representation of your I am presence. So I love you all, and there'll be more posts on Facebook throughout the day. We have daily videos here, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. I love each and every one of you. Make the most out of 2026. It's here waiting for you. Opportunities waiting for you. Love is right here waiting for you. Abundance is right here waiting for you. You have to realize that you're worthy. Grab it and do it. I love you guys. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys very much, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation today. I like to present this in a very unique way for the masses. So, and that's why I'm grateful for all of you. Yeah, just like many of you that resonate, I do not fit into boxes. If you do not, if you refuse to be put in a box, if you don't fit into boxes, you'll love this channel in 2026. All right. I love you guys very much. Keep going, kid.